Talk Nation. Welcome back, everybody, man. It's your boy, Raw Talk Live Sports, aka the Ghetto Stephen A, man, and we are back at it. And today we are talking about Philly's own Jaron Boots Ennis. With all the talk about Spence Jr., Manny Pacquiao, super explosive fight, by the way. A lot of people are not talking about the future of the welterweight division, and that's Jaron Boots Ennis. Supposedly, I haven't seen anything ironclad yet, Talk Nation, but Boots is supposed to be on the Pacquiao Spence undercard. Now, if you follow Boots's Twitter, you know what I mean, things of that nature, he just got finished letting everybody know, man, like that fight date is coming soon. So hopefully, once we get the fight date, we'll get the venue and everything like that. But if he fights on the Pacquiao and Spence undercard, I mean, that's going to be super explosive, man. You know what I'm saying? Because now Boots, he gets to not only put his skill on display, but he gets to show both fighters, the welterweight division and the winner of the Pacquiao and Spence fight, that not only I'm here, but I'm coming. So don't get comfortable. You know what I mean? You recently heard talks about Keith Thurman was asked, hey, what about possible fight with Jaron Boots Ennis? And Keith Thurman, he acted like he didn't know who Boots was, you know what I'm saying? But according to reports, trust me, people know who Jaron Boots Ennis is, but they're not talking about Boots because they know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like Boots ain't playing, man. Jaron Boots Ennis is not only coming, you know what I'm saying, for the top of the division, but he's coming to make a statement. And at 27-0 with 25 knockouts, you know what I'm saying, pretty much everybody that stands in front of Boots has been getting knocked out. You seen what he did to Sergey Lipinets, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you heard people already trying to talk the victory down, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was this and that at 140, you know what I'm saying? But guess what, man? Everybody who they say is a stepping stone, is a roadblock, or whatever, is going to give Boots problems. Jaron Boots Ennis, man, he gets up in that ring, you know what I'm saying? And he dismantles and destroys and knocks out his opponent each and every time. Nobody has ever did to Sergey Lipinets what Jaron Boots Ennis did to Sergey Lipinets. You know what I'm saying? Jaron Boots Ennis, man, you know what I'm saying? He got in there, he beat the hell out of Sergey. You know what I mean? Sergey ain't never, you know what I'm saying, felt and experienced no situation like that. You know what I'm saying? You could see in the fight when Jaron Boots Ennis was catching him with those shots, you know what I mean? You just felt the power and the weight on those shots, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen that shit, you know what I'm saying, that anybody Lipinets has ever faced, you know what I mean? So trust me, man, these people in the division, like, they know about Boots, man. They know that Boots is coming for they ass, you know what I mean? Excuse my language, you dig what I'm saying? But Boots is special, man. He's a switch hitter. He can get it in southpaw, orthodox, and he's efficient in both stances. Has excellent power in both stances. And he switches seamlessly. You know what I mean? He doesn't even know when he switches. This is coming from Boots himself. It's just a natural, rhythmic thing that happens while he's in a fight. You know what I'm saying? So with a guy like that, it's hard because Boots can fight every way, inside, outside, going forward, sideways, backwards. So you can't even put Boots on the back foot because not only can Boots fight off the back foot, he can transition. You know what I'm saying? So you think that you pressing him, you know what I'm saying? You think you pushing him back. But for each step that Jaron Boots Ennis takes back, he simply just switches stances. That's all it means for Jaron Boots Ennis when he's moving backwards. You know what I'm saying? He's going from southpaw to orthodox, whichever step that he take moving backwards. And he can catch you with something lovely while he's moving backwards. You know what I mean? So Jaron Boots Ennis is a dangerous competitor. You know what I mean? And whoever faces Jaron Boots Ennis next, I hate to say it, but he already lost. You know what I mean? I hate to say that because in boxing, you always have to give people a chance. But Jaron Boots Ennis is kind of that special, man. You know what I mean? In my opinion, so far, he has garnered that respect of saying, you know what? Whoever he faces, he's most likely going to be the victor in that fight. Whoever you talk about Canelo Alvarez facing, generally you always say Canelo is going to beat whoever they facing. You know what I mean? Just seeing what Tank Davis, you know what I'm saying, did to Mario Barrios. Tank is now entering that same realm. It don't matter who you talk about getting up and putting in the ring with him, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, man, you put him in front of me, I'ma beat him. You know what I mean? Jaron Boots Ennis is and has that mentality. Whoever you put in front of me, I'ma beat him. He's trained by one of the best coaches in Philly in boxing. You know what I mean? His father, you know what I'm saying? Bazzi Ennis, you know what I'm saying? Pooh and Farah, his brothers, you know what I'm saying? Also, you know what I mean? Ex-fighters, man. So Jaron Boots Ennis comes from a different type of pedigree. You know what I mean? He comes from a very, very special city, you know what I mean? Rich in boxing culture and history, you know what I'm saying? The Joe Frazier's, you know what I'm saying? Your Bernard Hopkins, you know what I mean? So on and so forth, you know what I mean? You got your Danny Garcia's, you know what I mean? Stephen Fulton, also current champion, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Tevin Farmer, you know what I mean? Julian J. Rock Williams, you know what I mean? I mean, it's like Philly has so much talent, you know what I mean? As far as the boxing game, it's not even funny, you know what I mean? And Jaron Boots Ennis is the city's next champion, you know what I mean? He almost had it, but he was denied, you know what I'm saying? Way back in the, you know what I mean? The Chris Van Heerden fight, you know what I mean? But he will be put in that position again very soon. And when Jaron Boots Ennis becomes a champion, that's going to be scary because people is ducking Boots now. So just imagine if he becomes a belt holder, you know what I mean? When he has something that somebody wants and he's going to dare people to come and take it, you know what I mean? Who's going to step up to the challenge? Who? Because if nobody's trying to fight Boots now, when he becomes a champion, I most certainly don't think nobody's going to try to step up and fight him. And I believe the top guys is probably going to have to wind up fighting him because they're going to be pushed into that position. And that's going to work out for Boots because he's been calling these guys out already. You know what I mean? And who in the top 5 that is not a champion doesn't want to become a champion? So if you are in the top 5 and you become a champion, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you probably going to have to wind up facing Boots if he becomes a champion in a room, whatever, you know what I mean? So we're going to see how things transpire, man, you know what I'm saying? But if he fights on that card, that's going to be super explosive, man. And I know that he's going to put on a show because he wants to show Pacquiao, he wants to show Spence, hey, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm in your future, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you realize it or not, whether you want it or not, I am in your future. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming for you. And I love that mindset. I love that mentality. You know what I'm saying? And Jaron Boots Ennis is a special talent. Special talent. You know what I mean? He has great power. He's a big welterweight. You know what I'm saying? So Spence, Crawford, he matches up super well with both of these guys. You know what I'm saying? I most certainly don't think that Pacquiao would ever face Jaron Boots Ennis, but your Thurmans, your Porters, your Crawfords, your Spences, especially Bud and Errol, if they remain in the division, I would say within the next year or two, chances are they may have to see Jaron Boots Ennis because Boots already said, I'm clearing out the division, then I'm going to move to 54. I'm going to clear out the division, then I'm going to move to 60. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm going to clear out the division, and I may move to 68. And with the frame that Jaron Boots Ennis has, he can campaign at 68. No problem. So Jaron Boots Ennis has a bright future, super talented, you know what I'm saying? Super explosive young fighter, man. Tremendous competitor coming out of Philadelphia. And whoever Jaron Boots Ennis faces next is going to be in trouble. Talk Nation, that's all I got for this one, man. Stand up, it's your boy.